really wanted Daisy to be here. I'm like, why don't we just do it Monday? It's like, sure. And then what if we just sent this to Daisy anyway?
It's just us
No.
talking for 5 minutes.
No, I did ask Phil, on Saturday. What was it?
Mhm.
Sunday. No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday, and she's like, "Yeah, we just did that," and I'm like, "Ah, I see."
Wow.
All right, I am recording.
Okay.
Also, I
So-
think you have inspired what my next PowerPoint presentation is going to be. Continue.
Is it Haley Whipjack?
It's something that is Haley Whipjack's fault.
Is it Once Upon a
We're
Time?
introducing me to no.
Okay. So I was gonna say this
Go on.
is the style of this is gonna be very much inspired by Haley Whipjack, quote, explaining FNAF lore as if I understand it.
Ah,
And also but I have no whiteboards. Here's the thing. This is an audio medium. There will be no visuals. You're just gonna have to bear with me.
So you
What
made
is
a
the Magnus
slideshow with
Archive?
no slides.
No, there are slides. Look at all these slides I have.
That's
this
visual.
is not just audio; it's visual.
There's no visuals. No. You're trying to trick me.
Words are visuals.
Very spiral coded. What is the Magnus
Words are
Archive?
audio.
James asked me like 6 months ago, and I started this PowerPoint. The
Oh,
Magnus
God.
Archives is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and
read the
licensed
last
under
part. Makes me
Creative
feel old.
Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share Like 4.0 International License, which is what they say at the end of every episode, right after they've just dumped the most heinous shit in your lap.
Very Night Vale coded. I see.
You can write your letters to these people.
Yeah, write your letters to these folks. It's an anthology-style horror show with like a meta thing on the side. We'll talk more about that later. So, my notes are in like 4 different places. Sorry. We are created by Jonathan Sims. For the record, the person who created the show is called Jonathan Sims, and the main character of the show is called Jonathan Sims. We will differentiate.
No relation.
No relation. Very much relation. We'll
Okay.
differentiate them by calling the guy who created the show Johnny, and the guy in the show John, or we'll call him the archivist when we have to. But so this is Jonathan Sims. It is a 200 episode show split over 5 seasons. Allegedly, this is one of those kind of like Avatar where they knew where they were going the whole time. So we're about to go to some crazy places, but it was intentional. So that's fun. So, okay, yeah.
It
So
would be
it's gonna
nuts to listen to the show with no spoilers. Too bad you're about to ruin all that for us.
Hey, here, welcome to the thesis of this presentation, which is going to be, I'm about to spoil the shit out of this for you, and I still think you should listen to it, because I can't talk about the whole thing. I'm going to talk about a good chunk of it, and it's not a whole lot. I'm going to talk about a good handful of the episodes, and there's more. There's a
Again,
whole lot more.
The date at the end of the slide is just aging me.
What, 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a girl in my intro to Foundation of Arts class at VCU who found out I listened to the Adventure Zone in Night Vale and was like, listen to the Magnus Archives. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I didn't. What a fool I
Whoa.
was. She was right. She was right is the thing.
I need to actually finish Night Vale one of these days.
I catch up with it every so often. It's still going. It's still good.
But I need to actually finish season 3. Or year 3.
Another horror podcast where the actor and the creator and
Yeah,
the main character
yeah.
have the same name.
It's very Magnus Archives is very much like
my understanding
Because
is
of
more
Night Vale, but more.
in your Night Vale. Yeah, if
Night
you
Vale,
wanted
but it
less
goes
comedy
there.
and more horror. That's what this is essentially.
Yeah. The meta. So we are at the Magnus Institute in London. I never said. This whole thing is in London. We're British.
Terrible. Boo.
Horrible.
None stars.
Boo. Wait till I tell you about Beacon and Hope. Like, you think you're joking, but literally. So we are a paranormal investigations institute, except for us, because we're down in the archives. So what we do is we just take people's statements about what's going on with them in their lives and the freaky shit that happens to them, and then we just sort of put it away. Blah, 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 blah. So we've got John, our new archivist. He is our he's
our Blorbo.
he's our well, is he
The guy?
though?
Is he the character? Is he just your guy?
This is the character. Who quacked? So
Not I.
it's his new job. The place is kind of a mess. He doesn't really know what he's doing. And he's just trying to get everything in order. And he finds that his predecessor did not record some of these statements into audio files, which apparently is something that she needs to do. But there are some of them that will only record onto these very lo-fi magnetic tapes, right? Like an old-fashioned tape recorders. And that is what we are hearing. The
For the
entire podcast.
aesthetic.
Yeah, per aesthetic. The whole thing is what is being recorded on these tape recorders. So it's initially just the statements. It's just the anthologies of weird shit that happens to some people in England that then brought that shit to the Magnus Institute. And John always has some reason why, oh, that's fake. This is just drugs.
Right, he's a
or
Scully, right?
schizophrenia, or they're just lying. My notes say diegetic ? Maybe that's right. And eventually we will find that a lot of these statements, a lot of the things happening to people around England throughout like a long timeline might be connected ? Uh-oh. Characters. Here are the Blorbos, baby. I love almost everyone on this page. They are great characters. We've got John, the new archivist taking over after Gertrude. I wrote previous archivist. Her name is Gertrude Robinson. She is great, who dies under mysterious circumstances. We don't actually know she's dead yet. That's a spoiler. She's just missing.
Ah.
John is not qualified for this job. We find out like mid-season 3, but I don't really consider it that much of a spoiler because it's very clear. He does not have any kind of like archival or library sciences degree. He's just a researcher. He's like, it's very much a mystery also how he got this gig because it is not, he's not qualified. We have Tim, Sasha, and Martin, who are his assistants in the archives, and they're just great. They're
I sent
awesome.
you that post. For some reason, that Tim guy's in the Tumblr sexy men bracket, or got submitted like 500 times by somebody spamming.
And Tim's great. He's not my pick.
Is he sexy?
Sure. But more than that, we have Elias, their boss, head of the institute, super sexy.
Oh,
I have
there
heard
it
that
is.
name.
Miss Teacher, I have a question, Miss Teacher. Can I call
Yeah.
you first? Two questions. One, can I call you Miss Teacher for the rest of the
Yeah.
presentation?
For the
Excellent.
next like 2 hours, yes.
Yes, Miss Teacher. This is a podcast. How can they be sexy?
Sexy
Vibes.
voice.
Okay.
He sounds
they're
like his
just-
shirt's unbuttoned.
Have you
I don't know
not
how to
seen the
explain it.
cajillion
Nice.
Sounds
fan
like
art?
he's got big titties.
Have you not seen the cajillion fan art of Cecil from Night Vale? Like, people will just make any excuse
No.
to make a man sexy.
No, Rachel. I look at real fake men.
I look at real fake men.
He's voiced by a real guy.
And the real guy is British, but his voice is sexy. So character is sexy.
Oxymoron.
I know. We have Basira and Daisy, two cops who are investigating Gertrude's death. We got
Make a noise.
what?
In this show.
Officer Daisy.
No.
Oh, different
spelled
Daisy.
Right.
No. Save Daisy. It's me. I'm represented. I'm there.
Daisy actually
Yeah,
knew everything.
hold that
Gonna
thought.
die in the Magnus archive.
Oh, that thought.
Oh no.
I haven't said anyone's last names yet.
Oh,
Melanie King.
Don't need to.
Yeah. Becomes part of the Scooby Gang a little later after getting shot by a ghost. Georgie and the Admiral
Who's the
are...
Scooby Gang?
This is the Scooby
Everybody.
Gang.
Everybody's
Oh,
a
all the
Scooby Gang.
everyone. Oh.
What do you mean, who's the Scooby Gang? What do you think we're doing here?
Like the first two are Scooby Gang.
The whole group. This is the gang.
Everybody's
This is the
Scooby
gaggle.
This is
Gang.
The
but
cast.
the corporation and Mystery
cat.
Inc. continue.
No.
We
Well, this is
never
Scooby
meet
Gang like
anyone
Buffy the
else who
Vampire
works at
Slayer
the
Scooby
Magnus
Gang.
Institute, by the way, which is the funniest thing of the whole show to me. Is that all of that is happening theoretically. Anyway. Georgie and the Admiral, John's ex, who is a podcaster. I think she does like Watcher vibes, like BuzzFeed Unsolved. She can't feel fear, and also her cat. Also, Jared, Helen, Annabelle, Michael.
I've heard of the Michaels. I don't know
So many
context,
Michaels.
but
People
I've
are
heard
like,
of them.
Jonathan, why did you write so many Michaels if it doesn't matter that their name's Michaels? And he's like, people have the same name in real life, guys. And it's like, Jonathan, that doesn't
40 people
mean you
can be
have to
named
confuse
Michael.
us like this.
I've never met another motherfucker named James.
True.
Fuck
have?
you.
Really? Yes, you
No,
have.
he's fucking lying.
Wait, yes, you have.
No,
Yeah,
I
he's
haven't.
fucking. I can't believe you all went really. It's like, bitch, what do you mean?
I've
No.
never met another motherfucker named Marissa. Marissa Wadsworth, who's that? She's not real.
To be fair, I've never met another Rachel spelled the same way as me.
I think if I think about it, I genuinely haven't met another Jillian. But that's it. Out of us.
I
I've
haven't.
called a Jillian. for
Oh, I
work.
did in like second
I
grade,
guess if a Jillian with a J counts.
and it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever met another
this is
G
a
Jillian,
G.
except for
I
like
called a
Jillian
Jillian
Flynn.
with a G for work.
Mhm.
I've never met someone named the Admiral.
But I also called a guy named Williams the Third. So like, fuck, I don't know. There's a lot of people out there, man.
My name is Bill.
Bill the Third. The third is what gets me. You did that 3
My name
times.
is Bill.
Bill.
So the first
Continue.
chunk of this list are all people we know, like our coworkers, people we know in person. Just about every other character on the show we only know through statements or through other people making statements about
Is that why there's
them.
so many mics? Because they're like anonymous, right? So he makes up a name for them. Is that what it is? Or they're
No,
just that many people
they're
named
just
Mike?
all called Michael.
Oh, well.
They're just all Michael.
Michael.
There's 2 Michaels.
Don't
There's a
leave me
Mikhail.
here.
There's a Mike. There's
That's
at least
different
one Mike.
analog horror.
There's also 2 Jareds, which I don't hear people so mad
Jared.
about as much, but Jared. And it's like there's one with a G and one with a J, but that doesn't matter because this is an audio format. And it fucked me up kind of a lot.
It's important.
Season
though,
1.
to know.
Are you ready for the anthology to begin? Get ready. There's a shadow that wants to bum a cigarette off of you. Outside the
That's
bar, there's a
not what
coffin
this
that
is.
moans when it rains. Your neighbor's table. That's not your neighbor. Who is that? He's eating your notebook. Why can't you look away from the table? There's a book that gives you vertigo. Reminds you of your childhood friend. He got struck by lightning. There's a bag of teeth and there's some worms. What the fuck
Oh,
is
the
going
worms!
on?
I do remember hearing about the worms. No context again. I
Worms.
don't know
So
any
many
details.
worms.
Miss Teacher.
Yeah?
Apparently, the bags of teeth was just odd.
Miss Teacher.
Yeah?
They don't call it a cigarette in England.
They call it a fag.
Yeah.
They called it a cig in this one.
Well.
We'll find out something about John. Anyway.
Oh.
Oh God.
English
not
people
know
don't say
that?
that anymore because they're not groovy.
They're just not groovy.
It's also technically is slang. It's not like an official term. So if you're trying to be polite, and depending on what level of English class you're speaking, you probably aren't going to say fag.
If you see my
Worms!
I mean, I've never said it. Worms. Stories are varying from like the spookier end of the Twilight Zone to like full eldritch horror by the end of the series. We're like in like solid R/no sleep here in season 1.
Miss Teacher, I have a follow-up question on one of these
Yeah.
points.
Is
Coffin
it about
that
fags?
moans when it rains. What type
Yeah.
of moan we talking here?
Like death.
Okay, just making sure.
That's
Why
yeah.
you interested?
What?
What?
Who up rocking in their coffin? Is that what you were trying to ask?
Rockin' in the coffin.
Who up fucking and dig coffin?
Oh, keep that coffin in mind. We'll find out more about that coffin later.
Who's inside?
Season 1 is just chock-a-block with stuff that becomes important later. So stay tuned. Episode 8 is Hilltop Road. Hilltop Road is one of the first things that, one of the first, real plot-heavy elements to get introduced early on. So this was a halfway house in the 60s that was run by this guy called Ray. He later goes missing. The thing burns down. His daughter, Agnes, seems to not age. Things are going missing. Shit's crazy. And then they're like, we're gonna rebuild this thing. We're gonna, fix it up. There's, some flippers get a hold of it.
We're gonna save the city.
We're gonna save town. The rec center. Construction worker walks in and he sees Raymond. What? Why are you here? But then he vanishes. And there's a burn mark on the floor. And he calls a priest. And the priest walks in. He's like, oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. I feel like I'm burning. And he runs out. And we'll catch up with him a little later. The construction worker decides he's going to pull up this tree. And he just yoinks it out of the ground with his truck. And he finds a box inside with an apple. He picks it up and turns into spiders. And then same day, John tells us Agnes is found dead in her apartment. Human hand tied around her waist, surrounded by candles. But none of that's really supernatural, right? That's just drugs or people making shit up or getting stressed out. That's heat stroke, right?
Right.
Other things.
Mm-hmm.
More statements.
Oliver Banks. Okay.
Who what?
Oliver Banks is a new guy?
Oh, yeah. Hey, chock-a-block. I'm going to throw a bunch of shit at you, and we're just going to have to keep it in mind.
I already forgot who all the other people were.
There's Daisy.
Michael.
There's
One of them is Daisy. There's 40
You got
Michaels. That's all I
John Magnus
remember.
Archives. Was it Elias, the guy who's in charge of everything?
With the
Elias.
sexy voice, yes.
Elias Bouchard. Oliver Banks is a dude who's having prophetic dreams about people's death. He had one about Gertrude and tried to warn her through abstainment, but Gertrude's missing, so seems like maybe that didn't work. She's probably dead. The whole institute is on the lookout for any books from the Library of Jürgen Leitner.
I didn't hear a word you just said. I heard.
Say it again. She didn't hear.
The Library of Jürgen Leitner.
Awesome.
Okay.
Any books from the Library of Jürgen Leitner are evil,
All of
and
them?
they will kill you.
Does she got heated rivalry in that shit?
I love how the next
She
line.
probably has heated rivalry. in that
Heated
shit.
rivalry is good and
Oh
holy.
God.
I love the next line. It makes a
The
lot of
Leitner
sense.
of heated rivalry, dude.
This book is evil. It's got 2 gay hockey players in it.
Jürgen Leitner is seriously just secretly a Fujo and just has an entire back room in the Jürgen Leitner library just full of yaoi and shit. Jürgen Leitner's yaoi dungeon.
Oliver, I have a feeling that this copy of our book is cursed.
Mary Key.
Mhm.
Mary Key.
We don't want to talk about the
Well-
cursed yaoi dungeon.
Well, we could talk about Mary Key's Yaoi Dungeon because she collects all the Leitners, except that she died in 2008 of being skinned alive, and now she owns a bookstore in Morden, which is
She died and
apparently
now
a
she owns a bookstore.
place in England, and her son is Jared. Jared was brought to the ER in 2011, covered in burns. There was some other guy there. We'll talk about him later.
Are we not going to discuss the fact that she died, but she currently runs a bookstore?
What do you mean?
Well, it says she died.
Why is that weird?
Yeah,
confusing.
okay. As long as as
Okay.
long as it wasn't a typo, that's all I was asking.
Yeah.
Wait, I also have a question. Is his name Jared or is it Gerard?
It's Gerard, but British.
Oh,
Jared.
Oh, Gerard.
I call him
"We gotta
Jared."
nail this
Jared.
pronunciation."
sure.
Gerard.
This is my everyday at my
There's when we
job.
start talking about Sasha, we're gonna have to start talking about the English pronunciations of some of these people's names because I'm like, that's Sasha. Thank you very much, but she's Sasha.
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 Yeah.
Interesting. Good to know. Continue. Thank
Okay. Robert Montauk was a serial killer in the 90s, killed like 40 people. His daughter's Julia. She was like, kind of saw the ending of it all go down in her shed. Very freaky. She makes a statement. Rob is part of the People's Church of the Divine Host, which is a cult run by Maxwell Rayner. Maxwell Rayner! Maxwell Rayner
Keep
disappeared
locking
in
it in.
1994. And James
I'm gonna
Prentice
start
is
taking notes.
full of worms. You should definitely be taking notes.
Okay.
Why does
No,
this sound
you
like
should
a
have said this 3
fate?
slides ago. Ah.
Why does
Or-
this sound like a fate plot? She's full of worms.
She's full of worms.
She's full of worms.
That's
Wait,
what
let me
happens in
get my
fate.
Oh
notebook.
no, they put
My
bugs in
notes,
them.
my notes.
She like touched another girl, and then the next day, this
Touched a
girl's at
girl?
the bar, and she's like
Oh
looking
no.
around.
How
She's
was
like
she
Gay
looking
touching a
worms.
around,
girl?
The gay
and
worms.
this guy takes her home, and then she explodes into worms.
This is why you don't have sex kids. You get
Not
the
the worms that make
STDs.
you gay.
Not the worm STD. Oh, important thing to note. Reading Jane's statement makes John feel very gross and scared.
Doesn't like the
Like
worms.
more so than just like reading something freaky would be. Like he feels wormy.
Like he's full of worms.
Like he's
Oh
full of
god,
worms.
the worms are past.
Oh my
Okay.
god, the worms are past to gay people.
The worms are passed amongst gay people.
Like
Okay.
the worms that give you gay.
The worms that make you gay. Episode 13 is the first time we hear anyone other than John on the tapes. It is Naomi. Her in-laws, I wrote, she never actually got married. This was her fiance. She was engaged to this guy called Evan Lucas. She crashed her car on the way home from the funeral, and she ends up in like a Silent Hill zone, and she starts running away, and she ends up in a cemetery, and there's an open grave, and she tries to go through a crypt, and there's just an open door into a void, and she turns around, she runs the other way, she hears someone going, turn left, and she got hit by a car, ends up in the hospital. Whole thing takes like 6 hours. John's like, that doesn't sound very supernatural to me. That sounds like you're grieving your fiance. And he does get in trouble with Elias for this because the Lucases, her fiance's family, are huge benefactors of the Magnus Institute. And he's like, you need to treat these people like royalty, even they're not technically married fiance ladies. Write that down.
Miss Teacher,
The Lu-
I have a
Lucases are important.
Yeah.
query. Who the
You have a
fuck
theory?
Werewolf.
donates money to an institute that investigates supernatural people?
When do I get to hit the goal horn?
When Rachel starts talking
If
about
I
the
said
entities.
anything.
Oh.
Oh, can I talk? Can I ask questions now? You just said it.
That shush.
I didn't say it. You said it. I am innocent. Unjust.
I think she goal horned me.
Say
More-
something. But
Yeah, more season 1. Somebody is getting body parts arriving in the mail, and then like he'll get a pinky finger in the mail, and then he'll lose his pinky finger, and then he's just a shell of a man. Spelunking, and she gets stuck in a cave. There's a childhood buddy that turns into a giant meat man after visiting the local library, reading one book. Thanks, Jurgen. Accidental cannibalism / Catholicism, same difference. My son got ate by the sky. There's puppets, and it's pronounced okay. So Sasha's on the tape. Sasha, and she goes, John, it's pronounced Calliope, not Calliope.
Sasha.
Sasha. The
Sasha.
assistant, Sasha.
Oh,
The assistants are
we were
Sasha,
supposed to know her.
Tim, and Martin. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we've been hearing about her like helping out in the background. She is competent. We hear about everyone, like sort of what the assistants are up to every so often from John. Sasha is very competent, and Martin is not.
And
We
Tim is
seem to not
sexy?
like Martin a whole lot, but we'll get to him.
Miss Teacher, can I make another observation?
Yes.
I feel like every third slide you talk, and it me. Have you ever seen an interview with like Charles Manson?
No.
Okay. It sounds like a Charles Manson interview where he's like, he just goes into 10 different topics that all don't relate to each other, and you're like, yeah, this motherfucker did all the shit he's accused of.
Did you miss the part where this is an anthology?
This is an anthology. We got to
Yeah, this
cover a
is
lot of
insane.
ground. It's a different story every week. Human
Tell
abattoir.
the people outside your fucking
Wait,
apartment
no,
to stop
go back,
swerving.
go back, go back. You didn't talk
Leave
about the werewolves.
my
Go back, go
drawer
back.
alone.
Werewolves? Maybe?
The werewolves. You need
We'll
to talk
talk a
about
little
the
bit more about
werewolves.
the next slide. We're talking about Trevor
No.
Herbert next.
Okay.
Steve Daisy
They're
knows
not
her target
sexy
there.
werewolves, Daisy. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Man.
Side
like-
note, I showed my roommate Wolf Children for the first time, completely unspoiled, knowing nothing.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh.
It's like a movie.
Oh, she...
Do we not need butter for this? Oh, I don't.
Alright, continue.
Okay,
Wolf
Trevor
Children.
Herbert, vampire hunter, parentheses, maybe. He has kind of dedicated his life to hunting down these werewolf dudes. Just, like, not sexy werewolves. Just
But they're
freaky
vampires.
monster werewolves. And also vampires.
Wow.
Died mid-statement of lung cancer.
R.I.P.
Oops. Breakin and Hope are in kind of a lot of the statements. They transported the coffin. Remember the coffin that moans when it rains? They brought it to that guy's house. They also brought the
Who's-
calliope organ to the institute. And they also just delivered a table with a web design on it and a zipper line with a web design on it to John here at the archives. They are here in
Here's a
artifact
question.
storage. Yep.
Did they ever mention who's in the coffin or bother to learn who's supposed to be in the coffin? Or is it just the coffin is moaning, there's nothing in it?
Jared Hopworth, he turned into the bone turner. Lighteners. Am I right, ladies?
all right,
What's
okay.
a bone turner? Lightner's
It was one of the books. It was one of the books.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And he turned into a book.
He turned into a bone turner after reading the Bone Turner's Tale. Lighteners.
Tell you what,
He
book
can
had
take
some
your
bones
bones
out and
turning,
stuff.
and it was Heated Rivalry.
It was
Heated
crazy
Rivalry
how
had
that
some
works.
bones turning
Me
in
when I
that
turn
one.
into Heated Rivalry.
It did have kind of a anyway. Michael Salesa is a purveyor of weird, haunted, spooky goods. Who used to work for Lightner, and now he's just sort of on a ship, trading
That's suspicious.
goods. Michael Crew was last seen jumping out of a bell tower. He that was also a Lightner one. He bought Exaltiora off of this guy, and then
Mm.
was like running through the streets. Gregor Orsanov was the ringmaster of the Circus of the Other. I'm pretty sure he's dead now, or he's like in Nicola. Who knows? Tom Hahn likes to dismember others and also himself. He runs a restaurant. Don't eat there. Simon Fairchild's a fucking weirdo, and Robert Smirk was the architect.
Not like these other guys.
I was literally about to say, Miss Teacher, are we implying that Tom Hahn is not a weirdo?
No, Tom Hahn's a freak, but like
He's
Fairchild's
more-
a fucking weirdo.
Simon is simply weird.
There's nothing wrong with them. He's just odd. Like
He
he's
has
like that
committed
kind of
no
person. He's like that
crimes.
He's
person.
just weird.
He's
People
like that
keep bringing
person.
him in to be like, this guy's weird. And like, we know. Hi, Simon. He's
That's
like,
all.
Hi, Simon, you're freaking everybody out. He's like, I know. And my notes for this slide say, let's hear it for the boys, because we're just all men today for some reason.
Writing notes.
Boo.
Tom Hahn, not.
Episode 22. Martin has been out sick for the last couple episodes, but he's back. He was trying to get a follow-up on a spidery statement. This guy was getting just glutted by spiders. And he was trying to go talk to that guy, and Jane Prentice was there, the worm lady, and she followed him home and just blocked him in his apartment for weeks with worms.
so Martin
John
is gay now.
doesn't think that's very supernatural, but he's been getting texts from Martin's phone about how, oh, I'm so sick, oh, I can't come into work today, and he's like, well, Martin left his phone at that other guy's place, so Jane must be some weird stalker. So Elias, can you like up security or something? And Martin's gonna stay in the archives because they've got like climate sealing, like the worms can't get in here. Wink.
Tell
And
Elias.
Martin does not want
Oh,
to go home.
no.
And Martin,
The worms are gonna get the magnetic
I
tape.
should say, huge crush on John. Very obvious about it. Everyone can tell.
Who does?
The worms are
He is
spreading to the
gay.
gay people.
The worms turned him gay.
The worms turned him gay. Martin, huge crush on John. 26. Sasha keeps seeing this very weird dude just sort of around town. Maybe he's following her. Maybe she's just keeps seeing this dude. His name is Michael. She describes him as Sharp. She meets him in a cemetery where he teaches her how to kill the worms. It's with a fire extinguisher. Michael wants to be friends, but he doesn't care if they live or die. He is Sharp. John doesn't think that sounds very supernatural to him. Episode 28, Melanie shows up. She runs a ghost hunting YouTube channel.
Mel
Yeah?
King?
Mel King,
Yeah,
yes.
another Mel King.
She was doing a overnight recording at an abandoned military hospital where she sees her sound engineer Sarah take her own skin off. John doesn't think that sounds very supernatural. They do not get along, possibly because Mel is friends with his ex. We never find out what happened there.
Hmm.
They don't tell us why John and Georgie broke up, so it's probably very normal. But I'm like, I just want to know.
Wait a minute. I have a question. Georgie,
Yeah?
man or woman?
Georgie's a gal.
Okay.
Wow, he's bisexual. I didn't know that. I honestly
I'm
didn't.
bisexual. I forgot to tell you.
I didn't know that.
John is actually canonically ace, which is part of why I like him so much. And that's the only reason.
Oh, I do. Okay, I do remember seeing that now because he's the. Okay. I'm remembering things.
All
'Cause
right,
this-
we have made it to the end of season 1, folks. Since Martin has escaped from James, the worms have been kind of infesting the. I wrote the archives, the Institute. They're just like 1 or 2 worms getting in every day, and you just got to squish them or spray them with the fire extinguisher.
How big are these worms? Can I ask?
Size?
So they call them worms, but I think the fandom theory is that they're actually wasp larvae, so you can look that up.
Okay, but they're like
Oh.
coming. But they're like that size, right? They're not like big. You
Yeah,
just
they're
see
like
them on the
worm
ground
size.
and you
There's
step
just-
on it.
I'm gonna go Google it right
You could
now.
Don't
if
do
there were
it.
1 or
Don't
2,
do
you could
it.
squish them.
I'm scared.
Daisy, don't do it.
Trying to Google it while also having it fit in front of the thing.
Disgusting. I
Second.
hate it.
Told you not to do it.
What am I Googling again?
Wasp
not.
larvae.
Larvae.
Wasp.
You're gonna have a bad time, bro.
All right, Sans.
I mean, that's just a slug.
No.
Inside
That
of
was
you.
yucky. Now imagine it crawling in your skin. No.
It's gonna get in your sweet, sweet flesh.
No.
No.
Yum, 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 yum.
Is it 2 of these?
Are you guys looking up wasps?
Larvae,
No,
yes.
I'm cooking.
Oh, what are you cooking?
They're bread.
Ooh,
Braid.
yum.
Okay, I
We
have my
interrupt this
emotional-
PowerPoint.
Interrupt this
Bring you some
program.
bread.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
Bread
ready.
and Googling noises.
So John and Sasha are in his office, and John's like, ew, a spider. He tries to kill it, and he just knocks these shelves down, and it makes this huge hole in the wall. And inside the wall is just full of worms.
Oh my
and
god.
there's tunnels under the Institute that are full of worms, and they just all start coming in. There's a worm tsunami. John and Martin end up holed up in Martin's like climate controlled room. Sasha runs to Elias for help. Tim might be dead. We'll find out what happened to
No.
Tim in a minute.
I don't know why I'm attached to Tim.
John and Martin take the opportunity to have a little heart to heart. They talk about how the tape recorded statements are different from some of the other ones. They seem more real. Part of the reason why John is so quick to dismiss everything as not supernatural is because a lot of the things that come in that we aren't hearing aren't real. But the ones that have to get tape recorded do seem real, and they do make him feel icky and scared when he reads them.
a question. I have
Yes.
a question. So how do they know before they start recording if it can be recorded or not? Or were we
They
hearing
try
these
to
statements
record
the
it on a
second time
laptop, and
through?
it doesn't work. It just goes to static.
So that he has them talk for a couple of seconds to test it, and then when it doesn't record, he switches to the tapes.
Yeah. So when people
I was like, are we-
every time in season 1 when people come in to do like in-person statements, there have been like 2 or 3. First one was Naomi, and it starts with like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to do it again. That the recording equipment just didn't take, so we're gonna do it on this,
Okay,
like,
okay.
old-fashioned tape. Yeah.
So they just start checking quicker as it goes along, so they have to repeat less.
Yeah. Eventually they just start
And
recording on the tapes. They're like, this
The
one
en-
has
the entire
Michael Salais in it. It's gonna be one of those. We're just gonna get the tape recorder out.
is okay, so the entire podcast is the real stuff that's on the magnetic tape.
Yes.
There's no big
Diegetic
team? Okay.
question mark.
What?
Kind of, yeah, Night Vale style, like how Night Mail is supposedly the radio show. This
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
everything that's on the tapes.
So
How is
stuff
that
can happen when
diegetic?
they're not recording, and if they don't mention it,
Is
we
that
just
what
don't know
diegetic?
about
I
it.
don't know if that's what diegetic means.
I know, but I couldn't remember what it is.
I mean,
so
I think
wrote-
it is where it's like you're hearing it as it's kind of happening in the through the medium of the
It's
universe.
not
I
in
guess.
media res. It's, I don't know.
Well, fine. Okay. Text me when you think of it in 3 days.
Yeah, in 3 days when I remember what this word is, I'll bolt to the
Just
bed and go,
post it in the chat.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be real. I haven't been paying attention the last 2 minutes.
okay.
But go on.
Well, we haven't been talking about this.
Were you
show,
looking
so-
about Lost? Were you looking at Wasp Larva?
Sorta.
He was looking at Yowie.
No.
We learned in this episode that sometimes Martin uses the tapes to record his poetry. Never change my angel.
Who does?
so Martin uses the tapes to
Oh.
record his poetry. Never change my angel. They're having a little
He
heart to
records
heart, and
poetry about
John
how much
has
he has
to
to
admit,
crush on John.
yeah, literally. John admits that actually, he does believe in the supernatural, and this is all very scary. Martin, please hold me, you big strong man. And then Tim busts through the wall because there are tunnels under the institute because we were
Is
built
that-
on top of Millbank Prison, which is a prison that was designed by Robert Smirk, and you can now access underground tunnels from a trapdoor in the archive. Map expanded.
I like you're like
I
you
was gonna
unlock
say,
it's
new
like you can
area
now
unlocked.
access.
Is /HJ, is that
Half joking.
hand job? Okay.
Well,
They forgot
Depends
the
who you
tape was
ask.
recording.
So Tim
yeah,
was
when
not
the tape
dead.
stopped recording, we don't know what happened.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Elias and Sasha need to manually activate the fire suppression CO2 system. Since there is no fire, it didn't trigger by itself, it's just worms. But on the way they get separated, Sasha ends up by herself in artifact storage, and she sees something going on near that weird web table. John, Martin, and Tim also split the party. John and Tim run smack into Jane, get wormed, and Martin finds Gertrude's body.
Oh, so
She has
now we
been-
find out Gertrude's dead.
Yeah, she has been shot
This
in
is
the
just
chest.
season 1. Oh dear.
End of season 1. She has been shot in the chest and head, and she is in a dusty old room surrounded by boxes of tapes.
Is
Uh-oh.
season 2 us listening to her tapes?
Yes!
Oh, that's fun. So we figure out how we
Gertrude
got
tapes
there.
in season 2. And Gertrude is played by Jonathan Sims' mom, IRL, which is
Wow.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Based. Mom, I don't want to pay for a voice actor. Can you do this? Yes,
No.
son.
Okay, so something that is really fun about just being in this fandom is that there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Like these guys are like on Twitter with everybody and doing like red stringing.
Mhm.
And so he was talking about like, yeah, no, we auditioned a lot of people, and I decided that the voice I was envisioning for her was just my mom. So I asked my mom to do it.
Damn.
Like they
Okay, 'cause
had
I
it in the
do-
budget to get an actor, and he was like, nah, I'll get my mom.
I do remember people being fans of Gertrude, like now that I remember this, but this is making more sense because if it's like because I remember the way people talked about her was weird, so this makes sense. This makes sense now.
Yes. She's not entirely haunting the narrative. We do hear from her like quite a bit.
Well, this would literally be haunting the narrative. She's
She
now
is
in the
literally haunting
narrative.
the narrative, but like, yeah, she is dead before the. Well, there's like 6 timelines. So there's the timelines that's happening in the statement where we just sort of put together like the whole history of the thing from like literally prehistory to now. There's the timeline of Gertrude's statements and what's going on with her and her assistants and her finding out the same things that John is going to have to be finding out here in a minute. And then there's the meta story of like what we are actually hearing, which is John's tapes and like what's going on with them, which is like the current timeline. And it all gets a little confusing. It makes enough sense when you're listening to it. Trying to explain it is going to sound crazy. So we're just going to kind of carry on like we've been doing.
Right, because it's like the current timeline is we are in the storage room listening to the tapes that is happening before the season even starts, essentially, right?
there's a plot point later on, and you'll notice when I get there because it's gonna start. I'm gonna do the same thing where there's layers and layers and layers where like we find something out on a tape that Gertrude finds with the anyway, and it does this and that and anyway. So we found Gertrude's body. Elias triggers a fire alarm. Nobody dies, so that's great. We just kind of get wormed up, and we got to pull all the worms out, but.
Welcome to Worm Up.
Yeah, this is like the first of many grievous bodily harms that are going to happen to John throughout the series. Calls the police to collect Gertrude's body. Jane's body gets so cremated.
So Jane passed away from worm density. Is that what I'm hearing?
Jane passed away from carbon dioxide.
Oh,
she passed away from the same thing that would have killed the worms. There are detectives investigating Gertrude's murder. We'll talk about them next season, so, happy ending. Sasha's got a new voice actor now, but that's probably fine. Season 2. Any questions?
Are all the worms gone now since Jane is dead and they got
The
new
worms are gone. We
No more
defeated
worms.
worms.
Nice. I love to see that. Okay,
This
amazing.
show,
Continue.
RFK Jr. No more worms.
What? What did
This
RFK
show,
Jr. do about worms?
He had a worm in his.
You got a worm.
Yeah, he had that. He literally had like a worm in his brain. I forget about that.
What a fucking weirdo.
John
So
is so real for this, by the way.
John's a little
Literally.
paranoid these days because Gertrude got murdered, and she's doing his job.
Yeah.
And we don't know
He's
why.
doing her job.
He's doing her job. He's like in the same place that she was and like doing the same shit. And we don't know who did it. Or maybe coming for her. So what John's gonna do is in his off hours, he's gonna go down into the tunnels and he's gonna do like some investigating. Psych. That's not what he's doing. He's gonna investigate his co-workers. Because obviously one of them killed her, because they're the only ones who are around. Suspect. One of these people killed Gertrude. Tim. Tim, what? Okay.
We find out Tim used to and doesn't really have any reason
What did
to.
I mean? So Tim
What
used
did
to
he
be in
used
a
to
different
do?
career. Tim used to be in a different successful like business career before coming to the Magnus Institute. Why is he here? Did someone send him to kill me, John? Martin is very worried about John, and he's always coming over like, "Hey, do you need some tea? Are you okay? Like, you seem kind of like paranoid and like you're losing your goddamn mind, maybe a little bit. Is he just trying to get in my good graces so he could kill me? Also,
No, he's trying to fuck you.
John is
Sorry.
not picking up on this.
Oh, of course not.
John is thoroughly not picking up on this. Also, he tells his mom he doesn't want anyone to find out I've been lying. Whoa, what? What about? Sasha's kind of just chilling. Like, her computer keeps breaking down. She's got a boyfriend, and they're going on dates to the wax museum. But she's kind of just doing okay. So, like, she's...
Hey,
No,
I got an idea.
Sasha's
She got a
possessed.
boyfriend working the wax museum.
She got a
No,
boyfriend to
Sasha's-
work at the wax museum and the taxidermy shop and the circus.
That seems like possibly related. Okay.
I make a bet now that she dies.
No, no,
Elias
no,
took over the
no,
Institute.
no. Sasha's not dying. Sasha's possessed by the weird table thing.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh.
It's fucking.
Well, how did you guys miss this from the last season? It said she saw something weird move by the table. Get it together. Follow the story.
I'm gonna be
Daisy,
real. I'm trying
Daisy.
I'm trying to do
Shit
math.
together, people.
I'm
Daisy
trying to
gets
do
a sticker.
math.
Gold star,
Where are
Daisy.
your notes? Where are your notes? Ask
I
questions.
can't have notes on
I'll
bacon.
read my notes at the end of the.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Kind of a mess.
Daisy, I'm sending you a gold star in the mail.
Yes, nice.
Elias took over the Institute from James Wright. There's your other James. He used to be kind of like a pothead, slacker, rich boy, but now he's running the Institute, so he doesn't really have any reason to murder anybody. So he's also
is he a
probably in the
pothead?
clear.
Does he sound
What?
like a pothead?
No,
No,
he
he sounds
sounds.
sexy. We
He
decided this
sounds
earlier.
very
Potheads can be sexy. That's what I'm asking.
I've yet to
He
meet a
sounds
sexy
very
one.
austere and like, oh.
I mean, they can sound sexy. I think that's possible.
Sure. And why not?
I'll take your word for it.
Episode
I thought
43.
that shit said Batista.
Batista, Dave Batista is here. Basira is here. Basira is one of the detectives who is investigating Gertrude's death. She is sectioned, meaning she is one of the cops who has seen some supernatural shit. She's had to fill out a
seen some
Section
shit.
31 form.
So when something
And-
goes down, they're like, "Hey, who's on the list?" And she has to go.
Literally, yeah. She is one of the people who has to go. And yep, no, she's on the Scooby gang. She's on the Scooby squad. But they can't really do anything because it's paranormal shit. They are preparing for a raid against the People's Divine Host Church name thing that I can never get right, led by Maxwell Rayner. She's also investigated some of the cases we've heard about in previous statements. Also, getting sectioned is apparently the British slang version of like a 5150 or like a mandatory psych hold. So there's your bit. The tapes found with Gertrude's body have been confiscated by the police, but she and John cut a deal and she's gonna like get some out for him. In return for like info on what's going on in the institute. So we're gonna get some Gertrude statements. Huzzah!
No, there was a Maxwell Reiner mention in like one of the previous slides, and I didn't have notes at the time, so I forgot why this guy's important. But
He's
you've
running a
mentioned him
cult.
before.
He's a cult
Ah,
leader.
thank you. Yes, Colt. Okay, continue.
So we've got a private investigator looking for somebody's cheating husband who finds a fleshy bone pit instead. Jared Hopworth is here. There's a scuba diver who's going to a portal that takes you straight to the bottom of the ocean. Simon Fairchild is here, and there's a shadow demon that murders Robert Montauk in prison, and Maxwell Raider is here. That's for your notes, Daisy. There's somebody keeps feeling like the mirrors are watching me, or I'm eating my computer. There's an infinity train, and I'm just sort of traveling in energy. And oh, hi, Jared. So the vibe is still mostly like on like the creepier side of like r/no sleep, like Reddit story creepy, but we are seeing more like recurring characters pop up, like people we met last season, and we're starting to get more a vibe of like what they're doing and what they're about. And it's like, ooh, let's get the red strings together, but we're still not getting any answers. I'm gonna keep throwing new characters at you for like a little bit longer. John is starting to realize that like, oh, there is like a huge conspiracy thing happening here, and like maybe demons. Unclear. Okay, 47. Helen is a real estate agent who is showing what?
Helen.
Helen. She is showing a house to this weird sharp guy called Michael, and he goes, "Hey, what's behind this door?" And she's like, "What? There's no. Oh, hey, a door." And there's just corridors. There's just corridors that go on forever, and she can only turn right. And there's no way out. She's in there for like 3 days till she jumps through a mirror and she gets out and she comes to the institute.
House?
And John's
Mirrors?
house? What? Mila?
House? Mirrors?
What?
Like you got trapped in a house of mirrors.
Okay.
No better
She
place
tries
to
to-
reflect than in the house.
She
of
tries to
mirrors.
draw a map for John and it just looks like scribbles, and he's like, okay. But he is a lot nicer to her than he has been in the past to other people who come in to give their statements. And he's like, all right, I believe you. I'll try to help. But unfortunately, she gets up to leave and she goes through a door that's never been there before.
Fuck.
She's gone.
Uh,
She will show up in season 4.
Truly.
She's
Michael
been
pops up.
Jumanji'd.
This is called the distortion, but we can call him Michael. He's like, hey, John.
Are we getting to the part with the thing?
Not yet.
Don't.
I'm
Therefore,
not. I didn't say anything. All right. James, you do not have permission to do that.
True, I deputized Jill. So things we learn about Michael. He just sort of shows up and menaces at John for a while and then stabs him with his sharp fingers and leaves. Oh, the next episode, Martin's like, yeah, I don't trust you with knives anymore. Because apparently John just told him that he like slipped while cutting a sandwich or something. But
And stabbed himself.
yeah. This is okay, so this is part 2 of John's grievous
Which
bodily
Michael
harm.
is this?
This is Sharp
One.
Michael. This is the
Where have
Michael
we
that
seen
was
Sharp Michael?
He was earlier.
uh,
Remember, he was in the
Sharp.
was it the graveyard or something with the one chick with the worms? He was showing her how to kill the worms, right?
correct, Gold Star.
Ha! I'm not
Okay.
even taking notes. Fuck all of you.
He's also followed Michael Crew around for a while before he jumped off his bell tower.
I feel I might have taken notes on none of the people that matter.
I think you did. I think that's exact. I think you took notes on the
if I
anthology
brought them up,
stories.
they matter eventually.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, when they do, I'm gonna get my gold
I'm
star.
fucking ready. Okay. Okay, so by the way, Sasha's statement from that time in the graveyard has gone missing. And also that one about the time where she corrected John's pronunciation of Calliope is missing. But she said there's no need to re-record it because we haven't seen Michael since. What?
Could it be
Okay.
that this is no longer Sasha and she's deleting the evidence?
Anyway, John broke into Gertrude's apartment and stole her computer. All of the books in Gertrude's apartment, if they have faces on the front, have the eyes gouged out. The guy who did Graham's... Blech. I'm gonna
Blech.
get my water.
No. Not the bug.
More bugs.
No.
Bugs. Daisy, do you have a thing about bugs?
I have a thing about bugs crawling in my skin. Yes.
That's why I told you not
Okay.
to look it up.
Do the bugs have sound effects when they're in the podcast?
There's a little bit of...
Or do you just hear John going, "Oh my god, it's a tidal wave of worms"?
Pretty much, yeah.
But there's not like squishy worm noises.
Kermit the Frog.
There's not like squishy worm noises. There's no skitter noises.
Well, there's no skittering because
Oh my
they're
God,
worms,
it's a
but there is
bunch of
like a
gooey, gooey
there is like
worms, and
squishing
that's just
spaghetti
mac and
noises.
cheese sounds.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
That's
Thank you,
what
Rachel.
sounds-
Thank you, Rachel, for doing the bit I had in my head. I was like, nah.
Do I
won't
get a
do
gold
that.
star for that?
From me? Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks.
from James. Trevor Herbert is still alive. The guy who died mid-statement of lung cancer. Turns out no, he didn't. And John's like,
Anyone
hey,
die in this goddamn show?
At least jury people have.
But they haven't though.
Gertrude's
seems
dead
pretty
for
dead.
sure.
Trevor is
Jane's dead for
alive.
sure.
Not alive. He's just like a meat puppet or something. He's a vampire now.
Who is?
But he is a vampire.
Trevor Herbert.
Anyway, so John's like, hey, Martin, why did you lie to me about this guy dying mid-statement? And Martin's like, that is the information that I was given. And he's like, okay, well, what are you lying about? Because I heard you talking to your mom, and also, like, you're acting very weird. And Martin's like, I lied on my resume. I dropped out of high school because I had to take care of my mom because she was sick. And John's like, oh, that's very, not menacing. Okay, cool. And, something is alive in the tunnels. There's, like, food wrappers down there. There's just signs of someone being alive down there.
My favorite food
Tim.
rapper is Eminem.
Tim is trying to quit. He is so ready to bounce out of this.
I have heard
but
about
he
this.
can't. He like opens his mouth to quit and he can't. He's like, John, you need to fire me. And John's like, he opens his mouth to fire him and he can't. So everyone's just stuck here. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
So what's going on with Tim? Well, Tim had a brother who ran away and joined the circus. He was...
His name was Dick.
I was
don't
gonna say, what's with this reverse Batman situation?
What is this reverse Batman? Yeah, no, I don't remember what his name was. Oh no. To the wiki. It was basically like a reverse Pagliacci situation, actually. And he just he
Reverse
watched his
Pagliacci,
brother
name
like
of my band called
vanish
it.
in this like a space underneath a arena that doesn't exist, and the place was designed by Robert Smirk, and that's like the only lead he has, and he's just trying to figure out what happened to his brother. Other things to know. Oh, the Daedalus! I love the Daedalus. Okay,
What?
we're going to space. The Daedalus is a space station that was a collabo between the Fairchild family's Lucas family and the cult.
The Daedalus. Okay, I thought you said diddle, and I was
The
very
diddle.
concerned. Like, I didn't know it was that kind of
They're
story.
rich and famous. They probably, you know.
Yeah.
My notes say the Daedalus gets his own slide because I like it, not because it's necessarily plot relevant. Carter is getting, blah. This guy Carter Chilcott is taking place in an experiment on isolation. He's up there
Wait.
for
Are you saying space is haunted? Like
Space
the
is
obviously.
meme?
Are we
Obviously
supposed to know
space
who
is
the
haunted.
Fairchild family is?
Simon Fairchild, the weirdo.
And
Oh,
also,
okay.
wasn't there, yeah, the one that's just kind of weird that everyone keeps saying is weird? And they're like, go away, man. We know you're weird.
Yeah. Fairchild family also kind of rich, just has like a lot of business interests. I think they also have a fleet of ships. I think they have something to do with Salesa. I'd have to check the
Do
wiki.
we know what Solesa is?
Salesa is selling haunted objects, just
Ah.
purveying. So Carter's
But
up there
not the
for.
haunted Yowie dungeon.
He's haunted Billy Mays.
I'll tell
I love
you
how I
about
went
the
from
Yowie
Yowie
dungeon. I was
before to
about. You
Yowie
almost tricked
dungeon.
me into telling you what happened in the haunted Yowie dungeon. After 6 I can't believe it's the haunted Yowie dungeon now. So he realizes all his communications, like all his emergency radios, are cut off. The clocks, everything. The camera that's supposed to be watching him is like the red light, beep beep, off. He's like, oh shit! And then a spacesuit floats by outside the porthole, the sun and the moon, and everything's missing. And he's like, oh no, he's just out here, and it's 6 months. And he just stops eating, he smashes his camera, and he's going crazy, and he dies, and he wakes up back on Earth. Okay, Daisy, ACAB.
No.
Unfortunately,
No.
we do not want to claim Daisy.
Ah.
Daisy is another section cop. She's Basira's partner, and she's kind of using that opportunity to, murder her childhood bully.
Well, in all fairness, she's Daisy with an A. We've been known. Daisy with A.
Yeah, we
That's
know
not
Daisy
good.
with your heart.
You know what?
A part of me did want to be like ACAB as we saw them like, oh no, Daisy claimed her. I guess I'll.
No,
No,
ACAB.
no. I can
She-
unclaim her just as easily. Don't you worry.
We no longer stand.
Yeah, so she is sectioned because she had a run-in with Breakin and Hope and the coffin. Whoa! And she saw her partner at the time open up the coffin to see what was in there because it, had chains on it and
Moaning?
it was moaning.
Wait,
and
okay,
got-
question. Where did they find the coffin? You said a coffin, so I assumed like a cemetery. Did they dig it up or
Oh
was it
no,
just
they were
sitting somewhere?
it was in a truck. The Breakin and Hope are
Oh,
delivery
okay.
drivers.
You didn't specify that, so I
Sorry,
didn't know where
yeah,
the
no,
coffin
she
came
pulled
from.
them over. Yeah, sorry. She pulled them over. They were like, there's a coffin back here with chains on it, and there's like sounds like there's someone in there. So her partner opens it up, gets in. Uh-oh.
Don't get in.
Don't get in the coffin.
Got
Don't
in.
get in the coffin that month when it rains.
Yeah, so Daisy's with us now. 69. ASAB, all
Nice.
spiders are bitches.
All
Hmm.
spiders?
Nice.
Melanie is back too. Melanie had another encounter with a ghost at a military hospital. This keeps happening to her. She got shot by a ghost bullet and it's still in her leg.
Oh,
She can't get it out.
Ishmael is licking me.
Oh, hi, Ishi. Do we have Ishi?
Do you want Ishcam?
We have Ishcam?
Ishcam. Coming down. Ugh.
Ah!
Look at her.
What time is it?
Look
Someone
at
tell
the
me when
camera,
10
you
minutes have passed.
dipshit.
Come to the camera. You're photogenic.
You're photogenic.
All right, continue. Oh!
Okay.
Come here.
Oh no. Wait,
Anyway, carrying on.
I fucked up the stream real quick. Hold up. Okay,
What did you do?
go ahead.
Oh, okay,
Ishmael,
so
you will
Melanie
protect me
is
from
trying
the
to get a
spiders.
statement down about what just went down for her because she's going to go do some more war ghost research in India, and she wants to know who's this new girl and where's Sasha.
What do you mean with Sasha?
I knew it.
Oh,
Next 2 episodes are 2 statements featuring someone realizing a distant relative has been replaced by a totally different person, and the statement givers are the only one who notice. All pictures and recordings of that persons were changed except for Polaroids and anything on magnetic tape, like a sound recorder. There's also
Oh, that's why her voice is
present.
different.
Yep.
Oh, because we're hearing it on this thing.
Decker shows up and binds the cousin to some weird table with a wag pattern. Uh-oh, gang. Rip Sasha. It's been the not them all
Told
season.
you she was gonna fucking die, and you all
You
laughed at me.
were wrong.
You
She's not
all
gonna fucking die. She was
laughed
already
at
dead.
me.
She's been dead.
You
She's
all
been dead since the
laughed at
season 1
me.
finale.
Who's
No,
been dead all
Sasha.
Not Sasha. She's fucking dead.
She's been dead. She's not gonna die. She's been dead.
Put in my notes.
Don decides what he's gonna do about it. He's gonna take an axe. He's gonna hack this table up. It's a horrible fucking idea. It's not the greatest way to go. He ends up getting chased by Not Sasha into the tunnels. The boys. Okay, this is where Martin becomes my favorite forever, because John's clearly losing his mind, and he's like, Tim, we have to have an intervention or something. We have to talk to him. And Tim's like, what? We were gonna talk to him, and we're all just gonna get along. Everything's gonna be fine forever. And Martin's like, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Would that be so bad? And Martin is my favorite forever for that. He's like, what are you talking about? Yes. So Martin gets Tim to go help John. Unfortunately, Corridor Michael, Sharp Michael, the distortion shows up, and he just sucks them into the corridors. And he's like, you guys are going to stay here till the finale is over because I want to see what's going down.
I was waiting. I had my finger on the button. I read
I
ahead.
saw that and I was like, listen, my fucked up corn dog brain, all I read was sucks the boys.
Jesus Christ. You would love this guy's tag on AO3. I believe this is the Tumblr sexy man of the show, Michael.
Probably. I definitely
John gets saved at the last minute because this old guy shows up with a book. And he reads from the book, and then the walls of the tunnel like cocoon around Not Sasha and like put her in a little cell. So who the hell is this guy? Jurgen Leitner's in the tunnels. I repeat, Jurgen Leitner is living in the tunnels. Jurgen Leitner.
From the dungeon?
The
Yaoi
Magnus
dungeon?
archive has been the haunted Yaoi dungeon all along.
Correct. Also, Jurgen Leitner is played by John's dad.
No, he's just trying to give his family a couple paychecks. So
and
that...
I appreciate it. I misspelled
the
John. That's the wrong way to spell John.
I was thinking, like, is there another John?
So he tells John that he collected these books to try and find a way to control them. He didn't create them, which is something we were wondering about. His library was destroyed in the 90s. All his assistants were killed by same type of spooky weirdness that's been going on. There was a big hand that came from the sky and like a big fire demon and like he also worked very closely with Gertrude and all of her assistants and Decker, and he says he understands the entities because of Smirk's writing. These are not curses or hauntings or black magic. They are just natural eldritch occurrences. They are manifestations of entities that exist all inside our universe that are just sort of leaking into this reality and causing horror and supernatural fuckery. They're not gods or like witchery. John's freaking out. John's like, I gotta go have a cigarette. I gotta go calm down. Well, he's out of the room. Elias decides to kill Leitner with a pipe.
Now,
Elias hasn't done too much this whole thing yet, so this is where he starts doing
he's
stuff,
doing
right?
some stuff now.
Elias is doing some shit now. Elias is doing pipe murders now.
As one does.
So yeah, basically Leitner was like, all right, John, calm down. I'll explain everything. And then Elias was like, no, the fuck you won't. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay, because
That's suspicious. Why does
I think I know
Elias not...
why, but I don't know for sure, so I won't say anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rachel, hold on to that thought. We've got one more season to go. So, any season 2 questions?
Elias is in
Huh.
charge of the
Of the whole
Institute, right?
Institute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Daisy, how are
Okay.
your notes going? I
They're
can
all
hear you,
over the
like,
place.
focusing.
I'm so
Okay.
scared to send a picture. They're
Are we
everywhere.
approaching Pepe Sylvia?
Truly.
No,
right.
not yet.
So,
Mhm.
season 3. John is out of office. He's currently
Oh.
staying with his ex, Georgie.
John is.
I literally just thought it was John is.
John is old. John is the prime suspect of a murder, but he's staying with his ex.
I mean, that would make me.
Oi.
Ooh.
Somebody is still sending the tapes to him. Unclear. Martin and Tim are keeping shit afloat at the archives. Martin's doing some statements, so we got John's statements from tapes that are showing up at his house. We got Martin's statements at the archives, and we've still got some Gertrude statements in the mix, so we've got like a fun little variety here. Tim is so over this. Everyone just realized they forgot Sasha. He and Sasha were like kind of maybe a situationship. Vibes are very rancid. Melanie's hired. Melanie's back.
Oh.
She works here now. Which means she's stuck. He now also cannot quit or be fired. Elias is being a fucking creep, but also hot. What else is new? Oh, he knows everything that we're doing. He can see us even when he's not in the room.
Okay.
Through anything that has the image of eyes. Oh, okay. Is this maybe why Jared had tattoos of eyes all over his body? Uh-oh.
Jared!
This is starting to get very weird. Guys,
This is
starting to freak me
crazy.
out a little
Wait,
bit.
wait. Who had the books with all the eyes torn out?
That was
Gertrude.
Gertrude.
Gertrude, the
Interesting.
previous. No, okay. I'm
Uh-huh.
remembering.
When
I'm
this was
remembering
together.
Yes.
because when this was coming out was like peak when I was on Tumblr stuff, and people were like fucking going through it with every one of these episodes with all of like the shit and figuring things out, and then going back. It's like, oh, because of this.
Oh
thing.
yeah, this is the solving mysteries season.
So I'm remembering.
We are
that
gonna go
now.
crazy this season. So when John was a little kid, he read a scary book about a Mr. Spider. Thanks, Jurgen. You're not getting off easy
Oh.
just because you're dead now. There's a book that makes you dig. Thanks, Jurgen. Everyone ignores the pit here in Oregon. Gertrude, why did you just throw a man in there? Who was that? Where'd the pit go? Oops, married a bud. Meat pig. There's no man at the top of the stairs. Every fucking episode in this season is so good.
Miss
And
Teacher,
it's
I have
like,
a question.
yeah?
Only because
Is it about Meat Pig?
No, it's about now that I'm realizing Johnny Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are familiar with one Johnny Sins, correct?
Not really. Is that a porn star?
Yes.
All right, I
John,
figured.
she said this is the name
Well,
of the
that's
guy.
just a real man's name.
That's just the guy's name.
That's just the real man.
His name is Jonathan.
His name's Jonathan Sims. And the character in the show is also Jonathan Sims. And he has stated
That is why
that he regrets it deeply.
God. He's seen too many AO3 tags.
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
He's like, fuck, this was a bad idea.
God, I'm just re-remembering when I learned that there's IRL journalists on AO3.
Like posting their fanfic?
No, like there's
No,
RPF.
of like
RPF.
on Fox News.
Oh, ooh,
No.
not Fox. No. All right. 8 and 9, we learn a lot more about Agnes. Agnes was like a chosen one of the cult of the lightless flame. Her mom had her as part of like a ritual, and she was raised as like, oh, this is the one that will bring forth the apocalypse. And then Gertrude did something to like bind her to herself that meant this couldn't go forward. Jude Perry was a member of this cult, and she was like kind of maybe in love with Agnes. John's very much in over his head right now. So he goes to get a handshake, burns his hand. We've got more grievous bodily harm to John. This is like the only jump scare in the whole show. Because Jude's like, hey, shake my hand. And John's like, ah! And like screams really loud. And I'm listening at work. I'm just like, wait.
Oh shit.
A lot of this show is me listening at work and like trying to keep a straight face while some crazy shit happens.
No face journeys.
Yeah, just Space Journeys. Space Journeys at the Wonder Book. 91,
Name of
we
my
go into...
band.
What? That's my
Name of my
Fall Out
band.
Boy song, Space
Name of
Journeys
my
and Wonder
band.
Book.
In the Wonder
Oh,
Book.
yeah, no, that's the single of Reverse Pagliacci. That's their first album. It's Space Journeys.
No,
at the
you can't. I
Wonder
was drinking water.
Book.
You can't do that. Not allowed.
91, we go and we talk to Michael Crew. John falls through nothing for eternity, but Michael kind of tells us his story. Michael is very special to me because he is like the first complete route on this show. He's like the first guy in the first few episodes that we hear pop up more than once. We get like the first,
Just
like,
to confirm, is Michael the weird guy or the sharp guy? I think I got them confused.
Michael is the guy who got struck by lightning as a kid. So
So he's
got
just the guy who's just kind of weird.
Lichtenberg
Everyone
scar
thinks-
on his face. Yep. He
Okay.
was followed around by Distortion Michael for a while and was like trying to escape him. And he did that by getting Excelsior from a bookshop, one of the Lightners, jumping off of a clock tower, and now he can, like, by touching John, make him like fall through the void for eternity and then just come back. And he's like, "Hi." Anyway, 94, we talked to Georgie a little bit. Georgie tells us about a time where she was in a cadaver lab as a student in college, and everyone just started sitting up, and somebody, a corpse, whispered in her ear, like, "Hey, the moment you die will feel just like this one." And ever since then, she can't feel fear.
Why?
So
What's
there's
gonna beat that, right? Gonna beat that.
She was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay. Well, I can't feel anymore." And then we hear from the guy who owns Breakin' and Hope Deliveries. And it's not Breakin' or Hope. It's just this guy who's like, "Yeah, no, I ran a delivery company, and then one day these two guys showed up and just sort of took it out from under me." So we still don't really know who those two are. But we're starting to figure some shit out. Episode 100 is the best episode of the whole series. You just had to be there. Shit's starting to get very weird for John.
Starting to?
She said, listen to 100 episodes, dickhead.
Dickhead. Listen to 200 episodes, dickhead. You're not getting off this easy. You're still going to listen to this show. John is starting to feel like very run down and tired and weak when he goes too long without reading a statement. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's...
He can also read
Compulsory.
statements in languages that he doesn't know.
Wow.
Sometimes when he asks people questions, he did this to Jude Perry. They seem unable to not answer, and they get very angry about it. And, burn his hand. Also, he's been kidnapped by a puppet lady. Also, the tape recorders are starting to sort of appear on their own and turn themselves on at times, and people are also getting mad at John about that. There's a couple instances of people going, "John, why the fuck are you recording this?" And he's like, "I'm not. They're just here. I'm sorry.
They have to be here, otherwise we can't put it on the
They have to be here, otherwise there's no show. We can't have this dramatic moment," like literally. But yeah. They're like the episode will start and it'll be like fuzzy, and someone will be like, "John, are you recording?" And it'll like open his bag and it'll be like, "Ah, fuck. There's one in here." We're not sure what's going on with that yet. So, episode 101. Helen becomes the distortion. Helen has been in the corridors this whole time. She has used that map that she drew that looks like squiggles to find the center and murder Michael and become the distortion. So she rescues John from Puppet Lady.
So she's basically wants to take whatever Michael has.
She doesn't want to, but she definitely did. Nicola is the puppet lady. Nicola Orsanov is the granddaughter of Gregor Orsanov, who ran the Circus of the Other, which, kidnapped and possibly murdered Tim's brother. Well, with the puppets and the organs and all the mannequins and stuff. She is planning a ritual that will bring the stranger into this world and cause the apocalypse. What the fuck does any of that mean? Is it Gertrude's fault? How much did this lady know? It's all very unclear. But Elias says that John can stop it. somehow. So we're going to follow some of Gertrude's research because she was working on this before she died. So we're going to end up in China and we're going to read a bunch of statements in Chinese, but luckily in English for the viewing audience.
The listening
Ni hao.
audience.
The listening audience, ni hao.
Being chilling.
106 is more Daedalus. What did you say?
Been chilling.
Chillin'.
Big chillin'.
Been
Oh, the
chilling.
Unknowing is the name of the ritual, by the way. I'm just going to start calling it the Unknowing without telling you that. More Daedalus, we got Jan. Jan got disconnected while outside the station and pulled a gravity, floated away for quite some time, saw something that blocked out the stars, and then the statement just ends. He doesn't say how he got back to Earth or what happened after that. Jan is also the guy who got thrown in the pit in Oregon. So,
In Oregon.
uh-oh, Jan.
The Oregon pit.
The Oregon pit. 109. John's in America. This podcast is worth something. Thank God.
Mhm. Oh God, I finally landed on American soil.
Jesus Christ. So Julia Montauk is here, and she's with Trevor. They're hunting werewolves and vampires, and they're just sort of going about their life, and they're just killing monsters. And they have Mary Key's skin
This
book
is where the
that-
supernatural crossover happens.
Yeah, literally. And then Sam and Dean pull up in the Impala.
How much
And they go-
fanfic do you think is out there? How much? Someone look it up. Look up the stats.
30.
Look up the
30.
supernatural crossovers. Oh, that would
I'm
go
saying 30. There's
crazy.
30 Magnus Archive supernatural crossovers.
I'm gonna bet closer to 100.
Over under like 250.
Mhm.
250. Who's Googling it?
We'll do this later. Oh, I'll do
Okay.
it now. Continue.
So
I
they-
will.
So they have Mary
Okay.
Key's book that keeps the souls of the dead trapped in it on pages made of their skin that tells the stories how they died. Thanks for that one, Jurgen. Rachel, you're about to be able to talk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink some water first. Hold on.
I know
Intermission.
very
You
little
do
about.
that.
So here's the thing. The thing I know
Fandoms.
about this is that it's there. I don't know any other details. I just
Okay,
know
well-
it's a thing.
So
Magnus Archives podcast and supernatural.
Jill, not right now.
Hold.
It's episode
No, we're
111,
just gonna
baby.
find the number.
So
There's 25.
Oh,
okay.
20.
damn.
So John uses
No,
his
I
skin
know
book
AO3.
to talk to Jared Key's ghost and ask him some questions because he worked very
That's
closely
other
with Gertrude,
Jared.
remember? Other Jared. Jerry, the guy with all the tattoos who worked with he was Mary's son. He worked with he ended up in the hospital at one time. Jerry's ghost tells Johns about all those eldritch beings that Lightner was talking about before he died, and oh boy, it is fear gravity. They are just fear. They are not even manifestations. The manifestations are the books, the spooky monsters, the avatars, all the weird places. These are all embodiments of
The
the
SCPs.
fear entities. They basically infect objects, people, places, things in the world, use them to inflict fear on people, and in this way perpetuate themselves. Does any of this make sense?
Sure.
I know.
Sure, yeah. No. It's what the fuck was that guy's name with the racist cat? Crazy that I can't remember his name.
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft.
I know.
It's all Lovecraftian
I
shit.
didn't know the name, but I knew exactly who you were talking about.
I do love
I
how
was
you
like, how am I
implied that
talking
it was
about
the
the Magnus
cat.
Archives? I can't remember the name Lovecraft.
Okay. I do love how you implied it was the cat that was racist, not its name.
Not the
Not the
guy who
dude that
named him.
Cat. Okay.
The cat was innocent, as far
The
as
cat
we
was
know.
fine.
As far as we know, I mean, maybe he was racist.
Well, the cat is an avatar of the hunt. So people who get into these fear entities, they get a little culty about them, and they keep trying to do rituals to bring them into this world and go all apocalypse style. Gertrude's life had been dedicated to stopping all this shit. A long time ago, Robert Smirk named 14 different fear entities, basically just a taxonomy. Smirk decided that if you could balance the presence of the fears in the world, that none of them would get too powerful and cause really devastating incidents, but we can't get rid of them. They do need to be in the world still. John says, like colors, if colors hate me and want me dead. I said, fear gravity, basically.
What's
They
fear
aren't
of
like
gravity?
sentient, is my point.
I think I'm gonna
Mhm.
fail this exam.
In theory, named and categorized by Robert Smirk. In reality, named and created by Johnny motherfucking Sims. And now we're into the real
Mhm.
shit. And here they are. Here they're the
Oh,
boys.
okay.
Here's the
Oh, okay.
shit. This is the real shit. This is why you get into the Magnus Archives for, because now we've got taxonomy, and now we can sort every horror movie we ever watch into one of these categories.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Any scare you have for the rest of your life is one of these
The
things.
ones I've heard most of just in the context of the show were the eye, the spiral, I think the web, and the berry.
Mhm. We're about to go through it. So here are all of them, sort of what they are and their associations to people that we know or will know. So we've got the buried. So that's, being buried, claustrophobia, tight spaces,
The
drowning,
coffin!
suffocation. The coffin! Good job, gold star. Lost Stone Cave.
Yay!
Dig is a lightener and Seven Lamps is a lightener. That's the one that they use to entomb the not Sasha. We've got the corruption, bugs, rot, decay, nastiness, plague, filth, etc.
No, Ishmael, stay. You have to take fucking
The
notes.
worms!
The worms.
The
James.
worms.
Jane Prentice, Journals of a Plague Year is another lightener. Not gonna lie to you, I don't know who the fuck John Amherst is. I don't know how he got on here. He
Oh
must have been
no.
important at some point. The dark, it's dark in here. That's the church,
too
the
dark, I
People's
can't hear.
Church, Robert Montauk, Maxwell Rayner, any and all shadow demons, and Manuela Dominguez
Just
up in the
all
dig
the
world.
shadow demons, you know?
Just all the shadow demons. We got the desolation, that's fire, accidents, destruction, like to separate it from the slaughter, who we'll get to in a second. The desolation is more like sudden, unstoppable, like just accidents. Just like, everything's gone,
Final
everything's been
destination.
destroyed. Yeah.
Hmm.
Volcano shit, like natural disasters. That's the Cult of the Lightness Flame, Agnes and Jude and Arthur Nolan, all part of the Cult of the Lightness Flame. Those are the people who burn when you touch them.
Hmm.
The end is death. That's
Death.
Oliver Banks, Georgie, the Book of the Dead, and various animated corpses who I've forgotten to talk about up until now.
You're
the
hiding
eye-
information! This test is rigged!
I mean, there's a lot of really, really good statements that I just don't have time for. Like, they just don't play in too well to, like, the overall meta story, but this is why you still have to listen to the show, because there's still, like, a lot more meat on the bone here. The eye, paranoia, voyeurism, being watched. The eye? Anybody?
Ilya.
Jerry.
Elias?
Elias.
Elias, yeah,
Everybody,
like
all
it's
of our friends, the whole Magnus Institute is part of the
Mm.
eye. Elias, John, Jerry, Gertrude, every
Oh, because
statement
they're all
we've ever
keeping
heard.
an eye. That's why the statement keeps turning
Oh.
on, right?
Well,
Oh.
So, then we have the hunt. This is an animal fear. This is fun. So most of the fears are human. Some of them are animal. This is an animal fear. This is just the fear of being hunted, chased, being predated on.
To be fair, I think humans are also,
Oh yeah,
I think we also don't
but
like
it's much
being
more
hunted.
about like being eaten.
I see.
Mm.
It's very specific, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll notice
That was
Trevor,
one of
Julia,
the
Davy,
kids
a
at
lot
work
of them are a lot more animal, such as the Admiral, who is a cat, because all cats are avatars of the hunt, if you're a mouse.
I wish Ishmael was still here.
I know.
He has
Humans
gone to
outside the
hunt
door
later.
right now. Flesh is
one
the
of
meat
the
one.
one of the boys at work tried
Yeah.
to start a like a conversation like, would you rather live in primal times or right now? And I was like, you have never been hunted by a predator. You have never been hunted by a
Never
predator.
run away from
Would
a
you
tiger,
like
sir.
to?
This would not be a question if you've ever been
You
hunted by a predator.
You have never had a hunt like a
spoiled your own
predator,
water.
too.
You have searched for emails in Microsoft Outlook. You have not been hunted by a bear.
I
Your
mean,
biggest problem
that's,
is
like,
gas prices. You have not been hunted by a bear.
practically the same thing these days.
No.
Gas prices
I'm
and being
kidding. I'm
hunted by a
kidding.
bear.
I'm fucking kidding.
You are the
Jesus
problem,
Christ.
and you will be
I'm
hunted by
being
a bear.
sarcastic. I'm being
So
sarcastic.
far we have the buried, the corruption,
Neat
the
apartment.
dark, the desolation, the end, the eye, the hunt, the broken, the beaten, and the damned.
I
The
knew you were
broken, the
going
beaten,
there.
and the damned. They
I
said,
knew you
will
were
you
going
defeat
there.
them,
Thank
your
you, thank you.
demons?
Will you defeat
And
them,
all
the
the
demons?
non-believers.
The
All the
Joker.
non-believer.
The smoker and the midnight toker.
Oh,
Not
fuck
to
no.
be
Tim
token.
Stoker. Flashes to meet
The
ones.
bitch, the lover, the child.
The child, the
mother.
mother.
I'm a sinner. I'm a saint.
My cat's back. The hunt is here.
What's the
He's
flesh
watching.
again?
Kitty. Lonely is just being isolated and being very insignificant.
Is that what I got?
Yeah, the Lucas family, the Botswins Call, and Martin.
Uh-oh.
Also, I
Martin.
didn't put Carter Chilcott on here. Cool. The slaughter,
Martin.
violence, war,
Am I
blood.
Martin?
What?
Oh man, I might be Martin.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man, I'm
So
such a
when I said
Martin.
that,
Damn it.
we hear a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So the guy who plays Martin has said a lot like, yeah, Martin kind of sucks. Like he's kind of like he's not like a cool guy. I kind of don't like him. And then just the whole fandom is like, "Oh, I was about to say I really really relate to Martin and I really understand what he's going through." He's like, "Oh,
Oh
oh, sorry."
no!
Slaughter, violence, war, blood, slaughter. Melanie
Mhm.
and all her war ghosts, the Piper, and various ritual weapons to pop up in some statements. Spiral is the loss of identity, memory, sanity, just like unreality, being unsure about the reality of what's going on
The
around you.
Muppet Joker.
Yeah,
No,
what?
no, please. I don't want to talk about that. That man's been haunting my
Muppet
dad.
Joker.
Muppet Joker.
Someone put him in the Joker sex.
You don't know about the Croaker?
The
What?
Croaker?
Oh,
do
I
we
want
know-
that.
Okay, someone pull up the Strange Eons video.
Never mind, never
Oh,
mind, never
no.
mind.
What?
Well, later. This is a later conversation.
It's a troll account. It's a Tumblr character.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Alright, go on.
So what?
Muppet Joker. Spiralistic distortion, the homophobic pot, and the Gabriel,
What?
who
There was a
makes the
homophobic
clay,
pot?
makes the weird spiral. The stranger is just
Was
like
it Wyatt?
uncanny
Just moving
valley
on.
unhumanness, like
Which one of these
people.
which one of these is Sasha?
Right. That's what I'm waiting for.
Would it be
The
the
un-
stranger?
the
stranger.
It
whatever.
would be a stranger,
Yeah, hi.
right? Yeah, it's
welcome
right
to
there.
Yeah.
welcome to give me 2 more seconds. This is Sasha. This is the not them. All the John Does, the circus. There's a lot of strangers. Nicola,
Mhm.
Breakin' and Hope, the anglerfish from episode 1, and the trophy room, which is the taxidermy place. We've got the vast, that's heights, falling, infinity, deep water, space, big. And Jan, I forgot about the Daedalus crew in this slide. Michael Crew, XL Tiara, Fairchild family, and Jan Kilbride. And the web, being controlled, being trapped, and also spiders, just because the pun works.
Spiders.
And
This-
that's not Oh, okay.
That's not who?
Sasha.
That's not Sasha.
No, Sasha's the
That's not
stranger. 'cause
the web death.
That's just the not them.
Sasha's
Yeah.
not Sasha. Sasha's dead.
Oh.
Sasha wasn't any of them. Sasha just died. Not Sasha is a stranger.
Mm.
The web.
Oh, this is the
Annabelle-
web table. But the web table is not connected to not them?
The web table was used to bind the not them and keep them stuck to
Sasha.
yeah, to
Right.
stop them from
the other
getting
one.
out and
Yeah.
causing, murdering folks.
Mm-hmm.
I am now. I won't lie. I did stare at this entire chart for like 5 minutes trying to decide where my nightmare that I had when I was a 7-year-old of kicking rats and them turning gigantic would fit. I
The
think
hunt.
it's the
Corruption.
hunt.
That's the corruption.
That could be very flesh coated,
It is
giant
flesh.
animal. Yeah.
I think it's hunt.
I mean, some of these could be doing double. You can
Well,
mix
were
and
they
match
hunting
these.
you?
Yes. Once I
Okay,
picked
maybe.
them, and they became giant.
I mean,
I
none of-
had
these aren't-
kind of a similar dream when I
walked
was
into
little,
their
where I had a
house.
fly in a Skittles bag and I blew into it, and then the fly got really big and was like shooting spikes out at people.
What the hell are you guys asking? But can't these like be doubled up? Like you can get infected by multiple ones at once, I'm assuming. Oh no. What? Oh.
Like colors.
Oh,
If
no.
colors hated me and wanted me dead. So you can have like a bluish purple. It's all
Yeah.
kind of up
So I'm
to
bisexual, so I have to have 3, right?
right, yeah. So it
Minimum.
at a certain point it's up to interpretation. So there are some that like the buried and the vast you kind of can't have together, but like the buried and the dark go together very well. The eye and the web go together very well. Sometimes, yeah, you can have more than one at a time. And it's just mostly your hint to which entity is haunting a certain statement is going to be which of these people are in the statements, which of these like objects. All these like known entities where we know like Montauk is part of the dark, so if he shows up, it's probably
dark is
a dark
here.
one.
The dark
Yeah,
is
the dark is
coming.
here.
The dark is here.
Do you hear my voice going out again? Holy
Yeah, I
fucking
did.
shit.
Yeah.
It always happens at around I'm just yapping.
Do we want to do like a 2-minute intermission or keep going?
I do kind of have to pee. Do we want an intermission?
Okay.
Go piss.
Yeah,
Intermission,
we
2
can
minutes.
intermission.
Go piss, bro.
Break.
Chance to stop
All right,
this
everyone think about what your
hour-targeted
favorite entity is.
recording.
Okay, let's be back by 45, maybe.